Welcome back, everybody. My name is Andrew, and this is Kite Army. So 2021, well, it's almost out of here, and I don't think most people are gonna miss it. Now, 2022 is just around the corner, and I'm really excited. Part of the reason I'm excited is EGO is going to be releasing 7 brand new products. That's right, guys. These are 7 fingers, right? Now, these products they're releasing, they're not just like paint job overhauls. These are completely new products that we've all been wishing for and asking for. Now, this will bring the EGO product line to well over 50 products. So this line has evolved and matured like amazingly over the last few years. Now, when it comes to EGO, I have to say, I've been a fan and a believer in their batteries and in their tools for over a decade. Don't believe me? Here's a video of me doing a review in 2014. So without further ado, let's check out these brand new products that we're gonna get from EGO in 2022. Here we go. Let's start with product 1, no particular order here. It is what they're calling the misting fan. So this is of course a EGO fan. It seems to be like a large, I'd say like shop type fan. But I didn't even notice right away that it's a misting fan. So you can see this thing has some really nice features. If you look at it, of course, it's got a control panel it's typical EGO. The other thing that's cool about this product is you can see it's kind of got a handle that folds out. I think that's pretty neat. Now, I don't know how you connect water to this, if it's got like a vessel you fill with water or if you connect a hose to it. More information, of course, about this fan will come in the future. The last thing is, check out how compact it is as far as folding up. And it's got these wheels, so it should be able to move around if you have it on a job site or around your home. Really cool, really different. Looking forward to actually touching this product with my own little hands. So next up from EGO is the brand new 2022 EGO Z6 Ride-on zero-turn battery-powered mower. So I tested last year's model, which was a 42-inch. It only had 2 blades. This model has 3 blades. Now, there are some other upgrades that I think we're seeing here. First off, you can see the deck is no longer a printed deck. It looks like a welded steel deck, and that's to accommodate that really wide size. Now, this mower can mow on a single charge up to 4 acres, and they're saying you can charge it at about 4 hours. So you get basically an hour per acre in charging. That's really cool. This mower has got to be seen. Trust me, I'm really looking forward to seeing this in person because the 42 is amazing, so this is just gonna be a killer. I think it's gonna open up these battery-powered zero turns to pros who possibly wanna move towards electric. So very cool product. Can't wait to see this thing out in the wild. So next up, of course, we're gonna talk about the area light. I'm so happy to see that EGO has added this to their lineup because I think it gives homeowners lots of options. You know, we have these beautiful batteries that have tons of power in them, and you know, we lose power, something happens around our house, we have to go outside, we need light. It just means flexibility, and this goes back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the video when I talked about maturity of this line. You have all these options now that you can do with those batteries. Now let's talk about some specifics. They're saying it's 10,000 lumens. That sounds pretty bright. The other thing they're saying is it will run with a 5 amp hour battery for 35 hours, and like most EGO equipment, you can see it's got a lot of controls on it. So I haven't touched it, but it looks like they're gonna give you lots of brightness settings and things like that. And lastly, because it's an EGO product, these guys do everything right. They're making it really compact so it can fold up. It looks cool. I'm gonna have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 of these around my house. So if I had the choice of having any of these products right here, right now, like I could just make it happen, the next product is definitely the one that I would wish for, and that is the new 16-inch string trimmer with line IQ. I'll explain what that means in a minute. So first of all, this string trimmer looks like they took the best of all their string trimmers they've ever made. We're talking about carbon fiber pole, we're talking about adjustable handle there, adjustable shaft, you got variable speed, you got a bunch of those other things. But let's talk about the 2 most important things on this string trimmer. The first thing is the power load. Now that came out about 2 years ago, and it's patented. No one else has this, and trust me, it makes string trimming easy as could be. I would feel comfortable buying this string trimmer for my great-great-great-grandmother. I may be stretching. Let's go with mom. So basically what you do is you push the button on these string trimmers and it winds the string into the head itself. Now, if everyone was asked about what their biggest complaint is with string trimmers, it's of course winding them. So it handles that problem. You won't have it anymore. Now what's new, and this is crazy, I don't know how they're doing, again, that's why I want this thing so bad, is they have this thing called Line IQ. And basically what this will do is it'll continually feed the string on the trimmer so that it's the same 16-inch all the time. You don't have to, there's no bumping on this string trimmer. No bumping on this string trimmer. So really amazing. Trust me, the minute I get this string trimmer, however I can get, I don't care what it takes, I will be sharing this with you. All right, guys, so next on deck, we have the brand new 2022 EGO 16-inch battery-powered chainsaw. EGO claims this should be about as powerful as a 40cc gas-powered chainsaw, which in my experience with EGO chainsaws in the past, I'd say that's about right. Now, they're also saying this can make 130 cuts with a 2.5 amp hour battery of a 4x4 piece of lumber. Now, some cool standout features of this chainsaw is, of course, it's got the auto tensioning, which is basically a knob. When you spin that knob, it pulls the chain up to the right tension, so you don't have to worry about adjusting it in any way. Just tighten it down. And if you twist it the other way, it releases the knob and you can remove the chain. Really cool, simple operation. Now, I've got a story for you here. In the last version of the EGO chainsaw I tested, which is the 18-inch, I had it in my car. I had the oil reservoir full. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be oil all over the back of my car because many chainsaws, battery or gas, will just leak oil. This particular chainsaw, the 18-inch, did not at all. It saved the day. I didn't have a ruined car, so I'm hoping that just like that chainsaw, they've incorporated that technology into this model. They call it a spill-free oil reservoir. Now, some other standout features of this chainsaw is it's got metal bucking spikes. Some of the early version EGO chainsaws had plastic, so I think that's a big improvement. Overall, you're talking about brushless motor. This is gonna be a performance chainsaw. I like that it's a 16-inch. The 18 for some people is gonna be a little longer than they need, so this will be a little bit easier to handle. Looking forward to this chainsaw for sure. So this is gonna be a little risky and definitely premature, but I want to announce the winner of the Kite Army 2022 Beach Ball Blower Bonanza. Here it is right here. This is the brand new EGO 765 CFM battery-powered blower. So EGO has dominated the battery-powered blower market for the last 5 years, but there have been some companies who are just edging up on them. So I think this is their response. Now, this looks like an overhaul, probably a motor overhaul, but you can see the vent for the blower is a lot larger because you're moving more air through. It's got to come from somewhere, so you can see they've expanded that. They've also removed some structure, which is good, which keep it nice and light. The other nice thing about this blower is you can see they have a new control. Their controls in their last few versions have been really good, but it looks like they've sized them up a little bit, so it might be easier to adjust. I am looking forward to this blower, and trust me, we're gonna see it in a Beach Ball Blower Bonanza, so stay tuned for that, guys. But I think I got an early tip for you who might win. So I know I said there were 7 new products, but it turns out I'm not really great at counting, but that's okay because I'm really quick on my feet and I'm gonna make 7 new products. So here it is. And this is kind of not a new well, it is a new product. It's just not one, you gotta read the fine print to come up with this. So let me tell you what it is. First off, I think there's 2 new batteries coming. They're both 56 volt, which is their standard platform, but there's one that's gonna be possibly a 4 amp hour battery. And the reason why I know that is if you look at the 16-inch string trimmer information, they spec it out with a 4 amp hour battery. And I'm excited about that. Let me tell you why. Because the 2.5 amp hour battery is their smallest battery and lightest. The next up from that is their 5. It's a perfectly comfortable battery, but I like that you have an option between those 2 sizes. So I'm looking forward to that battery. Now the next battery that I believe they're coming up with is a 12 amp hour battery. And again, it's in the print on the zero turn, the new 52-inch zero turn. It looks like it's gonna come with 6 12 amp hour batteries, totaling a whopping 72 amp hours. Like that's mind blowing. You could run like a water park with that. there's something. There's an example, water park. Don't know where that came from though. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is talk about what products we wished were on this brand new EGO list. For me, of course, it's a battery-powered pressure washer, like 2,000 PSI. Every night at the end of my bed, I was like, please, give me the washer, please. But the good news is I bet at some point we're gonna get that, but I'd like to hear from you guys what products you'd like to see from EGO. Make sure you leave those in the comments down below. In the meantime, go and grab yourself some eggnog, curl up near a fire, and let's go and watch some more Kite Army videos, like right there. I'll see you guys over there.